Welcome to Kuzneck. This is the second largest city in terms of population and economic importance, after the regional capital. Located in the eastern part of the Penza region, on the Penza-Sizern railway line, the Moscow-Samara-Chelyabinsk motorway. This is a large transport hub with convenient logistics. Kuzneck land is rich in history. In the year of the 75th anniversary of the province, Kuzneck celebrates 350 years from the date of the first settlement. Since the moment the village of Naryshkino was transformed into Kuzneck, the city has changed, and these changes are the result of the labor of its inhabitants. Kuzneck is rich in its industrial traditions and has a high potential. Historically, Kuzneck land has always been famous for its instrument making, machine building, footwear, sewing and furniture production. Now, more than 700 enterprises are registered and working in the city. Large, medium-sized businesses. Higher indices of industrial growth were achieved at the enterprises combined Penza Distillery, Meta Kuzneck, Kuzneck Condenser Plant, Open Joint Stock Company visit. Kuzneck is a city of enterprising people. It's enough to note that about 4,000 individual entrepreneurs are registered and working here. The authorities welcome and strongly support the business activity of businessmen operating in the legislative field and ready to intelligently combine their own business with the tasks of city development. At the moment, the city is successfully implementing a number of inventory projects in the production of housing and communal services. One of the indicators of the growing business activity of the Kuzneck business is the construction of industrial and office premises. The service industry is developing. A modern business incubator, a mixed type with an area of 10,000 square meters, has been successfully operating for several years. This facility opened not only the opportunity to create new jobs, but also served as a launching pad for the embodiment of creative ideas and ideas of enterprising youth. Kuzneck was one of the first cities in Russia, not a metropolitan city, where the Radula food hypermarket was opened, the Auken Group, where local producers had an opportunity to sell their high-quality, environmentally friendly products through the Auken network, supplying goods to other cities of the country. Kuzneck built and is developing was handed over more than 50,000 square meters of housing, of which 26 multi-story. The construction of houses for orphans and settlers from dilapidated and emergency housing has been completed. Already at the beginning of February this year, they will receive keys from new apartments. Work is actively being carried out to provide large families with land lots for individual construction. The demographic situation in Kuzneck is changing for the better. The birth rate is surely increasing, mortality is decreasing, life expectancy is increasing. The second year of the earthquake week held in Kuzneck marked the beginning of a new, good tradition. To give the newborn at the discharge the certificate of the countryman. This right is delegated to those who have merit before the city, honorary citizens and representatives of the public. Veterans are not forgotten. The authorities of the city personally congratulate those who crossed their 90-year-old line. People, the main assets of Kuzneck. High educational potential of the city, a network of educational institutions, higher, secondary and vocational education can qualitatively solve the issue, recruitment and training of qualified personnel. It is in literate for the future built up work with children and youth that a pledge of a confident future for Kuzneck will open. The city is well deserved as the glory of the sportiest in the region. 2,500 children are systemically engaged in sports, far beyond the Kuzneck and Penza region. Famous schools of Greco-Roman wrestling, hockey and boxing. The city is actively developing such areas as skiing, figure skating, basketball, football and volleyball. For this, there is a sports information structure, respectively. Commitment of Kuzneck youth to a healthy lifestyle and in conjunction with a built municipal level, an effective system of crime prevention allow maintaining a stable low crime rate in the city. More than 1,500 children are engaged in creativity at a serious level. They are participants of all the festive events of the city. For the second year, Kuzneck has become the center of the all-Russian theatrical festival Golden Province, which brings together thousands of fans of theatrical art. In the Jubilee year for the Penza region, Kuzneck awaits serious changes. Roads will be overhauled, 3 kindergartens will be put into operation, and houses for resettlers will continue to be built from dilapidated and emergency housing. The city is aimed at development. There is a potential for this, and that the most important is good human capital. That's what makes Kuzneck a convenient harbor for promising innovative projects. Welcome to Kuzneck.